Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good night. So, we have been blessed yet again from another reading from Neo Tarot. I'm sure people have been sending her all kinds of messages. Neo, Neo, we need an update. Neo, things are crazy. Neo. And the talented Neo Tarot did another reading on Foodie, Beauty, and Salah, but specifically Salah. What's going on with Salah? How does he feel about this whole situation? Is he going to be separating himself from Chantal? Is he truly going to be shumping? Shumping? What is shumping? I just made up a word, shumping. I meant to say jumping, but shumping came out. He's going to be jumping ship from Foodie. Is he really going to separate himself? I wonder. Well, the wonderful Neo Tarot is about to tell us. And for those of you that are on my channel that you've never heard of Neo Tarot, never checked out her channel, what are you waiting for? Look down below. Down there. There's a link. Follow the link to the original video that links up to her channel and all of her wonderful content. And if you need a private tarot reading from Neo Tarot, she does those too. You can find that in the merch store. You can just click on the link on any one of her videos to the merch store. It'll take you right there. But she's got some wonderful insight on this whole crazy situation going on with Foodie and Salah. So without further ado, let me just shut up and put on Neo Tarot and let her talk to us. And I'll give my thoughts as we go. So take it away, Neo.
Salah's father, how does he feel about this situation? Death to it. R.I.P. What? Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this amazing reading for Salah. Now you guys were in the comment section asking about how does Salah feel about the situation with Foodie Beauty and everything that's happening. So let's get into it and let's see what Spirit wants me to share, moving in love and light. Okay. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot, sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So when it comes to this current situation that Foodie Beauty has found herself in, you guys said that, thank you, Spirit, that she's leaving or that she, legally has some issues around the cats and whatnot. There's this energy of him acknowledging this is multifaceted. This is a lot of pieces and it's juggling and it's jumbling. I will also like to acknowledge that every time I read on him, there's this energy of him having his own channel or him getting on a channel and speaking his truth. I've said that for some time now and Spirit is saying reiterate, reiterate, reiterate. Okay.
Ooh. Sounds like Salah's going to be giving the tea to us, girl world. He's going to be so angry, so upset. He's going to be just spilling all the beans on the table. We're going to see them all. And I wouldn't blame him if Chantal has brought a whole bunch of mess to his table, into his family's table. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I mean, it is partially his fault. He did get involved with Foodie. He did stick around for 3 years. He didn't have to. But I'm absolutely certain he did not imagine it would lead to all of this. Well, you mess with snakes, you're going to get bit.
Okay. But there's also this energy of the fire that she has to do what she wants to do because she can. But that her choices matter. Good choices equal good karma. Bad choices equal bad karma. Your choices are a direct reflection of what you believe you deserve. So if you believe you deserve this, keep doing it. But if you want better, do better. Also acknowledging that she's hiding behind her higher intuitive self. Sweating like a sinner in church, filled with guilt, remorse, nerves, worry, confession, coming clean, apology, and integrity is needed. Also acknowledging that she's running around like a chicken with her head cut off, filled with disdain, displeasure, right? This is people-pleasing energy, pride, and ego. We do see red acknowledging that she's not maintaining authenticity and genuinity on her path. Like what she's doing right now, there's no authenticity to that. So who are you? And what have you done with the real Foodie Beauty? Like what? Anyway, Spirit is acknowledging that she feels very, very busy, overwhelmed, frenzied, deadline stressed, refocusing and redoing. And so this is a quite interesting card because this makes me feel like there's magic on this. Refocus and redo. Refocus and redo. It worked the last time. Why isn't working this time? Because it's not supposed to work. It wasn't supposed to work. You were supposed to learn a lesson and move the hell on, but you clearly want to find out what karma looks like. So go ahead, keep doing it. Spirit is acknowledging that he knew higher intuitively, and so did she, that this wasn't going to work. That the heart chakra is trying to hold on to solar plexus energy, the fire and ability to do what you want to do because you can. But good choices equal good karma, bad choices equal bad karma. If you believe you deserve it, keep doing it. Okay. Spirit is also acknowledging that his heart chakra is holding sacral energy, creative energy, emotional energy. And the heart is overweighted, overburdened. It's weighed down trying to hold on to all of this. Okay. And it's not supposed to. This is not alignment. This is creating emotion, sadness, anxiety, fear, and depression. And one needs to clear, cancel, and release this energy to manifest the life that they do want. Spirit is also acknowledging that this is a mirror match, meaning twin flame, meaning you touch it, you get burned, meaning karmic debt. That's what this is all acknowledging. Okay. And in the middle.
I'm sorry to stop you, Neil. I hate stopping you when you're on a roll, but I'm being told to tell Foodie something, a message for her. I know, Foodie, that you operate under the feeling of when serious consequences don't show up immediately, you feel like you've gotten away with something, but you haven't. You really haven't. Just because the consequences don't show up immediately doesn't mean that you got away with something. If you are a hurtful person doing hurtful things, you're sending out hurtful energy, there's no getting away from the consequences. They may take some time to show up, but they do show up. You're just writing out a bill of sale for yourself, and at one point you're going to have to pay. It may take a little while, but you're going to have to pay in one way or the other. So whatever hurtful energy that you're sending out of people, in whatever form it takes, you're not getting away with it. Especially if you're doing stuff behind the scenes where you're sending out some really hurtful, nasty energy at the reactors, at tarot readers. You're not getting away with that. The universe notices everything. The universe takes note of everything. And all that hurtful energy you're throwing out at people, it will come back to you. And just know that when the consequences show up, it's not because other people are throwing stuff at you. It's not because they're sending you hurtful energy. That is just your hurtful energy bouncing back at you. Do you understand? There is a difference. Like there's nobody sending hurtful energy at you. So if you're going through periods of hurt and agony and sadness and bad luck and bad fortune, that could be because of things that you've done that are now coming back around at you. But there is no getting away with being a hurtful person and doing hurtful things. You don't get away with that as much as you think.
So the deck, Spirit is acknowledging he's out here whistle blowing. I don't know why Spirit wants me to say that, but if he's got to go down, he's going to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, that's it. Period. Point blank. Spirit said there's lipstick on the pig when it comes to her and this situation. That the throat chakra is acknowledging that there is imbalance and or delays with the heart chakra, creating total misalignment. So this could affect the heart chakra. This could affect finances. This could also affect the boundaries, not having up healthy boundaries. And this is also acknowledging that she's not standing on firm ground, firm foundation. So it's like sinking, right? This could also include passion for people, business, family, friend, or foe, that she is not maintaining authenticity and genuinity, and she's not listening to her higher intuitive self. Okay. And so your actions are very irrational because you're not listening to your higher intuitive self, your ascended self. It's like running in a race of self, and you have the baton to hand it off to your higher intuitive self, and then you just drop it. You don't even try to hand it to yourself. You just drop it. Interesting enough, though. Okay, Salah and Foodie. How does he currently feel in regards to Foodie beauty?
Can I just make a note, like a card that you pulled before, Neo, the sweating like a sinner in church? See, we're at 435. I'll come back to it. This one right here, the sweating like a sinner in church. When you pulled that card, I felt something. Like that, I was very focused on how the woman in the picture, her eyes are looking over the fan, like, she's hiding her face, but she's still peeking above the fan. Um, Foodie's still watching everybody. She's keeping an eye on things. Like she's got her eyes on social media, on YouTube, on Twitter. She's taken note of things on Twitter and telling on herself. She recently told on herself. Like somebody posted something, and a second later, she posted a community post in reply to something that somebody else said. So she's hiding her face. She's hiding herself away. She's staying under wraps. Maybe she's in a place where she can't go live right now, but she's keeping note of what's going on and what people are saying. So there's a feeling of I'm peeking. I'm definitely peeking. She's watching everything. She's watching everything. She's trying to act like she's not paying attention, but she is.
Drama. There's addiction. Addicted to the drama and settling. There is an understanding.
It's funny that you use that word settling, Neo, when it comes to Foodie, because I've said a while ago that I felt that with Salah, she settled. She settled for Salah because she could not be with the one that she really wanted to be with. And the one that she really wanted to be with was Nader, the guy back in Canada, the one that she's had on her mind the entire time. She tried and she tried and she tried wanting him. She did everything in her power to be with that man. She gave him lots and lots of money. She bought him gifts. She took him places. When that didn't work, she tried to integrate herself into his life as much as possible and make it to where he was codependent on her. When that didn't work, out came the blackmail and the threats, and I'm going to go to the cops. And then when that didn't work, she tried to create a situation where I'm going to bring in another guy, meaning Salah. And I'm going to create this sense of, you better come get me. You better come get me now, because I'm about to give this guy everything that I gave you and everything that I did for you. I'm going to do for him. You better come get me. But since he didn't, and because she played out this three-way triangle thing on the world stage, she had to follow through with it. So she wanted Nader, but because she couldn't get Nader, she settled for Salah. In my opinion, Salah was, for 3 years, her way of getting back at Nader. But for a little while before she left, it was kind of a very silly, stupid attempt to try to get him back, to get him away from his girlfriend, Dee Dee. And it just didn't work. But she started the whole story arc with Salah, so she had to keep it going, and it went on for 3 years. But Nader has been very much on her mind. And if she goes back to Canada, I'm sure that she's going to want to initiate contact, if she hasn't already.
That there's a third party. Thank you, Spirit. And this is nothing but young love, okay? And lessons. There's an understanding that there's a third party. Okay. So,
and that works both sides. I think they both got somebody. He's got somebody on the side. She's got somebody on the side. This whole marriage thing was for show. She wanted to play house for 3 years, and she did. Maybe she went to Kuwait because she wanted the experience of, what is it like to be married? I will never know what real marriage feels like. So I want the fake, phony version. I want someone to pretend to be my husband. I want to use marriage as a form of clout. I'm going to get clout off of allegedly being married to somebody. That's all this was just, Where's your husband? Where's yours, Foodie? Do you know?
Salah's energy when it comes to Chantal, Foodie Beauty. What is he saying? What is his energy saying about her current energy? So on the computer, it says inbox rejection, and that there's going to be a new opportunity. 8 is significant. That's interesting. We do have fire sign energy on this card. Rejection is redirection, opposing forces, facing conflict head on. This card means victory is guaranteed, but the challenges you encounter along the way are as important as the achievement itself. Any setback is a setup for your success. Do not take no for an answer. That's how he feels her energy is. Salah, how does he feel about Foodie Beauty, current energy, and her legal issues, leaving Kuwait, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we see the moon. What you do in the dark comes to the light. Whatever you're trying to suppress is coming to the surface. Spirit is acknowledging that there is water energy here, wanting to clear, cancel, and release this so that she can manifest the life that she does want. Moonlight beckons, come and trust your intuition to lead you into places that may not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second-guessing yourself, yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now.
You know, I'm getting struck with something about that moonlight card, Neo. Like the moon in tarot, it can represent secrets being revealed. And that moon is very, very prominent in that picture. That's a beautiful deck, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. So the moon always comes out with Foodie, but the moon in this picture is huge. Absolutely huge. And it's putting off a lot of light. But one thing I keep getting struck with is the fairy. It doesn't look like the fairy is facing the light. It's like she's turning away from the light or looking down, not wanting to face the secrets, perhaps turning away from the secrets, from the exposure.
You can see, thank you, Spirit, beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information, which is interesting because I picked up on it twice yesterday or whatever day I did that reading, that she is into it. She's tapping heavy into the oracle, the readers. Help me. What's going to happen next? Okay.
Girl, we have been telling Foodie for months through our readings, she needs to go home, that there's trouble coming her way. Haven't we been telling her that? Foodie, you need to go home. In fact, it's not even the tarot readers that have just been telling her that. It's the reaction channels that react to her. Everybody's been saying, Foodie, you need to go home. Your health is bad. You're unhappy. You need to go home. And isn't it funny, Neo? Isn't it funny indeed that little Miss Foodie Beauty over there on her live streams, she's been discrediting the tarot readers, saying that we're stupid. We don't know what we're talking about. Calling me no chin pondu, mad at me. But going after the tarot readers, hard. They get so many things wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. Yet look at her now. Going to tarot readers, wanting to know what's going on, wanting to get insight. And here's what's really sad. She has had insight and knowledge at her fingertips the whole time. There's knowledge that's been coming in, and she's not been paying attention. Not at all. All the advice coming in by the boatload, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear from the reaction channels, don't want to hear from the tarot readers. They're stupid. They don't know what they're talking about. Blah, blah, blah. But suddenly she's wanting to know what's going on with the tarot readers? Hmm. I guess we're not so stupid, huh, Foodie? I guess we're not. Because you go into somebody now, I guess. You got somebody reading your cards, telling you things. Or maybe you're watching the tarot readers now. See what's going on with what we say. I don't know.
Remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. It comes subtly through a hunch or a tingling, a clear sound, or an animal or an object crossing your path, or an animal or an object. And that's interesting too, because I was picking up on her using animals. Spirit is sending you messages to help now. Success is yours if you follow the signs. If, and guess what? It might not be what you want, but it's what you need, because it's happening for you, not to you.
And that's important, because sometimes what you want is not what you need. There are many things in life that you can want, but just because you have that urge to want them, to bring them to you, it may not be what you need. Maybe what you need is something completely different. And here's something else for you, Foodie. You might be going to the tarot readers. You might watch the tarot readers on YouTube. You might be consulting people off of YouTube. But here's the thing. Every person born has a sense of intuition. Some people's intuition is stronger than others. I don't think, Foodie, that you've listened to your intuition, to your higher self in years. You've closed it off. You have disconnected from your higher self so you can live completely in your base self. Almost a sense of primitive self. You're just following after your urges and your impulses and your cravings, and just living completely in that frame of mind of, I have a thought, I have an urge, I want something, I'm going to go get it. And yet there's that intuitive higher self that could help you and guide you if you let it. But you got to listen to it. You got to pay attention to it. You got to hear that voice again, because I don't think you've heard it in quite a while. And I know that there might be a thought in your head when you're watching the tarot readers on YouTube. You might be thinking, who's telling them stuff? Somebody's got to be telling them stuff about me. Somebody on my inner circle is talking. No, Foodie. No, the tarot readers on YouTube that are doing our readings, we're not talking to anybody in your inner circle. Trust me. We just read our cards and we go by our intuition, what spirit tells us. We don't have an insider on from your circle telling us things. We just go completely by what we feel.
How does Salah currently feel around Foodie Beauty? It's legal drama in the middle of the deck. All right, he's acknowledging that this relationship is tacky, foul, cheap. It's a lack of style, distasteful. On the bottom of the deck, there's this energy of obsessing and a stalker, and it was just never unlikely. This relationship was just clearly in her dreams, and that she needs to get some balance. She needs to get grounded. She needs to know her worth. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, Spirit says that he feels like she's a thief. She's a criminal. She's cheating. There's ulterior motives. This mask is interesting. You're not showing your true self. He's also acknowledging that there's immaturity here, childish, defensive, foolish, and juvenile. And there's this energy of her having regrets, sadness, sleepless nights. I want you back, missing you, but aren't y'all together? I don't know, child. Listen, not my business. There's excessive drinking, sex addict, unhealthy coping mechanisms when it comes to her. There is addiction. All right, Salah, how does he feel about Foodie Beauty and her current situation? Chantal. Catfish. He feels like he got catfished when it comes to her in this situation. Addiction comes out again. Landlord, the devil's in the details. Obsession. Okay. There is lies and mental health issues. The devil is the landlord. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. And in the regular Rider-Waite tarot, you have the devil card, which could mean a great many things, but it could also mean addiction. And if the devil is the landlord, what is the devil for Foodie? It would be her addiction. So addiction is her landlord. It tells her what to do. It is her master. And the funny thing is, Chantal wanted someone to come into her life and tell her what to do and dominate her. Well, she's already got something dominating her. Her addictions, all of her addictions. She follows them. She tries to fulfill them, to keep them going, to keep them fulfilled. And she's looking towards a man to dominate her, but she's already got something stronger right now than a man dominating her, and that's all of her addictions and obsessions. So yeah, the devil is the landlord.
There's also this energy of Pinocchio's, a liar. There's also this energy of trying to throw your phone away. And
I'm laughing because of what I know, Neo. I know that you probably didn't know this when you pulled that card. You did this reading before some of this stuff came out, but Chantal, Foodie Beauty, she has been very busy with deleting lots of live streams and lots of videos. Like she's trying to delete stuff that could get her in serious trouble, sweep stuff under the rug, so to speak. So just trying to get rid of stuff that would get her in trouble. Yeah, like throwing away the phone maybe, but definitely deleting videos.
get rid of things, throw it into the water, anxiety, sadness, depression, wanting to clear, cancel, release that to manifest a life that you do want. Okay. Anything else in regards to how Salah is feeling about her current situation? In regards to Foodie Beauty, Chantal. The ancestors are watching. They're observing. They're there. Get rooted, get grounded. Spirit says that you took a chance to lose again. Okay. The zombies have come back from the dead.
That's funny because she calls people in girl world zombies. She has said that so many times.
Okay. Also acknowledging that she could be a microdoser, doing things to get away from a situation mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually. That this is a game on a computer, also a gamer, and this has to do with money. Now that's interesting. Making money gaming, making money playing a game.
Why am I getting the word gambling in my head? Like maybe there was some gambling somewhere. I don't know, by her or by him. I just got that in my head, gambling. Making money, gaming. Gambling?
Using money, gaining access to money with this game. And there goes that broken bed. Now, this makes me feel like, okay, Spirit said, keep going. Okay, keep going. Thank you. This makes me feel like that energy that I said with OnlyFans, allegedly. So this, do you make money breaking the bed? Not my business. I don't want to tussle. I don't want to fight. Spirit says he also feels like she's got passports to go, to leave, to travel, to calm down. It's this virtual reality that she's created. Now she wants to put it down the drain. She wants to get rid of it. Again, she had the control. He's also acknowledging that she has multiple personalities. I think I've said that before as well. How does Salah see Foodie Beauty? Current energy, manipulation. Current energy in regards to her legal troubles. This relationship is changing. She changed. There's another woman in the middle of the deck that he's acknowledging is his sweetheart. There's death magic, and when it comes to her, and he's needing to ascend, or she does, from this death magic that she practices. She needs to get balanced because she's dealing with all kind of ailments. He sees her as the opposition in this situation. Okay, and she's getting hurt because she ain't balanced. Spirit is also acknowledging, who is this high honor official?
Sounds like dad. High honor official sounds like dad. Sounds like Salah's daddy.
When it comes to Salah, it's a mature man. He's a divine masculine. And what about the Jezebel? Oh my God. Now, wait a minute, Spirit. This high ranking official feels like a mature man. He's a divine masculine. Is his dad? He feels like she's a Jezebel. Who's red, needing to get rooted, needing to get grounded?
Well, he ain't wrong, though. Foodie kind of is a Jezebel. She kind of is. Yes, she is. She a bad girl. And if Foodie is making a whole lot of problems for Salah, for dad, for the family, and over in the Middle East, the family name is important. And she just created a whole lot of mess for everybody. Not just for Salah, but for everybody in the family. Dad is going to be none too pleased. None too pleased.
And the mature woman has to now travel. Because you know when people say, I believe what monkeys fly, well, the monkeys are flying. That's interesting. Let's dive into that because it feels like dad is acknowledging she's older and needs to leave, right? Salah's father, how does he feel about this situation? Death to it. R.I.P. It's time to move on. That she's an ice queen. That there's devil in the details when it comes to her. She's got an entity attachment. Wow. And there's an expectation. What's the expectation, Dad? That there's a message of concern. That she's been a thief and karma is coming. It's going to create a lot of emotional pain. He don't care.
Yeah, Chantal doesn't care if she's leaving behind a whole lot of mess in her wake. She doesn't care if what she's done hurts Salah, hurts his family, hurts Julia. She doesn't care what she's hurt, what she's damaged, and what she's leaving behind. If she's going back to Canada, if she isn't there already, she's not caring what's behind her. She cares of what's in front of her. But what's behind her might come back and bite her in the butt.
He said he's done with it. What's next for Salah? The Lover's card in reverse. Conflict, imbalance, trust issues, danger of a broken marriage, bad choices, disharmony, self-love. With the King of Wands in reverse. Fire sign in reverse. Problems with business, broken promises, forceful, domineering, disrespectful, impulsive, bad temper. And with the Three of Wands in reverse. Fire sign in reverse. Lost direction and planning, lack of vision, motivation, delays, self-doubt, hindrances. And it's not over for you, Salah. You got to pay the Pied Piper too. Is Salah gonna get in trouble? Is Salah gonna get in trouble around this situation? Spirit says he's gonna release because it's too much. Thank you, Spirit. Responsibility. He's gonna be breaking down. There's a lack of will to go on, a collapse, a downfall. He's gonna spill the beans. Look, the bottom of the deck with the Seven of Swords in reverse, taking responsibility, confession, truth revealed, turning a new leaf. Wow.
You might have to. If Chantal has left quite the mess for him, and he's maybe facing serious charges, or there's tarnish on the family name, he might have to go public to save the family name and to fix things as much as he can. He's going to have to.
How does he feel about Foodie Beauty's legal troubles? Well, he feels like she feels. Look at that black cat right there. Y'all talk to me about these cats all the time. This is the fire. This is the manifestation that she wanted. Aries energy. He's acknowledging that she's a confident person, passionate, and she was sitting up on her pedestal, like on her throne, feeling very supported. Social butterfly and vivacious on the bottom of the deck with the Hierophant, though, doing things in an unconventional way, reverse roles, not taking spiritual wisdom and or traditional wisdom, rebellious, free thinker, new approaches. Spirit is acknowledging that he feels like she has some new ideas and that she, again, fire sign energy, that she's brave and that she's going to be rebellious and take life by the horns, for a lack of better words. Interesting. All right, what's next for these two? Feels like she wants to gear up for a fight. What's next is taking responsibility, confession, truth revealed, turning a new leaf. And that's with the Seven of Swords in reverse, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, giving up control, bankruptcy.
Oh,
I can't.
oh
I'm not.
my.
And then again, the Lover's card comes out again, second time. These two cards want to come out. Interesting. Conflict, imbalance, trust issues, danger of a broken marriage, bad choices, disharmony, self-love. With the Hangman in reverse. Arrogance, stagnation, fear of sacrifice, delays, laziness, resistance to spiritual influences. I just said you weren't listening to spiritual wisdom, traditional wisdom. And there we go. The Devil. Because you're addicted to materialism, you're trapped in bondage, dependency on one another, discontent, excess, powerlessness, limitations, mental health issues, addiction, like, wow, and restriction. And this is what happens when you play them games. This is what happens when you manipulate people's energy and you force them, through some form of method, for some form of action, to stay with you, to be bound to you. You see what I'm saying? And it's not that you can't get out. You can, but it's a fight of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And the lesson that you learn is going to constantly remind you of this choice right here. Constantly. Y'all call me back. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.
Wonderful reading, Neo. Wonderful. Thank you so much for doing the reading. Really appreciate it. And again, for those of you that have never heard of Neo Tarot, look down below in the description right there. See, there it is. There it is. You can check out the video. You can check out everything on Neo's channel. And if you would like a private reading with her, you can find that in the merch store. So hope you guys have enjoyed this react. And if you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.